Hello people, the Warthunder store pack sale is finally out. I'm going to be giving my top 5 premium packs to buy, just like I did in the premium GE vehicle video. Unfortunately, not everything's going to be available in this year's sale, even though November sales are the biggest sale of the year. That's why I'm not going to be adding them in the video. And on the other Gaijin news, they'll be removing some packs, and here are the lists if you want to buy them. This might be your last chance for this year, so get them now if you want them. Let's start with the top 5, shall we? First one will be the French autoloader heavy tank that's actually have armor compared to all the other French tanks at 7.7 BR. It's the Samuel SM. This tank I consider to be the best premium packs for tanks for French, and unique as well. Adding this with the already really strong lineup that you see now, just make it better. Now, why this tank so good? First of all, it comes with 4 seconds reload speed with a 100mm gun that pens 273mm of armor with a hard round, but it's still good. So yeah, that's pretty good, I know. You're asking that's all?
But wait! There's more!
This heavy tank looks just like the other AMX-50, the medium tanks, in French 3. With that, it makes player in the heat of the moment think that it's just an AMX-50. But that's their big mistake. Since it's a heavy tank and the top side of the turret is very well armored, over 120mm, that's angled, that becomes 233mm of armor. The shots usually ricochet. Plus the hull of the tank is 150mm armor, with angling becomes 242mm of armor. That's why I love this tank, and including the mobility is pretty good, and the speed of the tank usually becomes makes the gun stable. I have a lot of moments in the game where I'm just moving and the gun is stable to the point that I can just fire while moving, and that's ridiculous. Plus the max speed is 40 plus, just to let you know. That's why the Samuel SM was my top pick. Now let's move on to the second best pack to buy. It's the IS-6. This Russian bias tank, the nightmare of many Tiger players at 7.7 Russian BR, with all its front armor being angled at the perfect 60-degree angle and amazing mobility, since the acceleration of max speed is fast compared to the other IS tanks like the IS-3 and the IS-4. That's why many people consider the IS-6 to be a complete upgrade compared to the IS-3 and IS-4, with the increased acceleration speed to reach the max speed and increased acceleration to reach the backward speed with 17 kilometers. You can just run away when someone shoots your gun, or you're in like a disadvantaged position where you can just nope out. For the gun of the IS-6, it's an upgrade. It has a kind of a different gun, where the difference is it has the same round, just to let you know, guys. But the difference is the IS-6 has a faster reload speed compared to the other IS tanks. It has a 60 seconds reload speed if you expert crew it, and compared to the IS-4 has a 22 seconds speed. And also, I'm sure you're wondering, does it suffer from the famous Russian depression? Unfortunately, yes, it does suffer from the famous Russian depression. But that's the IS-6 tank for you. Now, let's move on to the next unique pack for Germany. And it's the Term 3. This vehicle, what you get when German government actually pays their German engineers to make a tank with a lot of firepower plus speed, but with no armor, and asking the big life question, what happens if you combine Germany Leopard with the French tanks together with the autoloader, and you get the Term 3. Okay, let's go in detail why it's worth getting. First, it has a 105mm gun that comes with a heat round and also a APDS round that fires at 5.0 second. With an autoloader, thanks to that, it has a huge advantage over other tanks. On top of that, it has a 30mm gun attached to the 105mm gun. It fires a 53mm round. You can use to destroy light tanks and also AAs. And also you can kill planes or helicopters that gets in your way. Yep, this tank comes with a lot of firepower, but no armor. Normally that's not bad having no armor, but this tank has a huge problem because it needs armor to survive the turret. The turret has a huge ammo rack. It normally gets hit once and you just explode. So you just get one shot at majority of time because the players that you fight at that BR, sometimes they're very well experienced and they know what they're doing. And they see a term tree, they shoot at your left side where all your ammo is and just go boom. That's just one of its disadvantages. The other disadvantage that I find with the term 3 is the laser rangefinder. You don't have one. And at 8.3 BR, that's very odd BR for Germany, by the way, where you don't have much lineup that you can bring. You can probably bring a Gepard or like a lower BR vehicle like the BF-109 or the HOTS, and that's you only have like few tanks. And to me, as I've been playing Warthunder for a long time, lineups are very important. So either you need to up tier this vehicle to like 8.7 where you have a nice lineup, and you're gonna have to use it where you fight like 9.7 vehicles. And I generally don't like the idea of that. But I still recommend this vehicle because of all the odd features it has, like the 30mm cannon, the autoloader, and the way it looks and the way it plays. So alright, that's for the term 3. Now let's move on to the next tank. Speaking of perfect 8.7 tanks BR, we're going to be talking about the T-55. So this is the T-55AM, one of the most buy premium tanks over the year for good reason. Why, you ask? Well, you have a stabilizer, you have a dot run, you have a heat run, you have an ATGM, you also have a laser rangefinder, plus an add-on armor on the T-55AM. It helps a lot. And for the whole reason that people get the T-55AM, because of its BR. It's at 8.7. That BR is an amazing BR for Russians, since you have a whole lineup that I'm going to show right now in the screen. So this lineup gives you too many options. You have a lot of options for light tanks, for medium tanks, even some heavies if you have them. Well, one of the infamous heavy was actually removed, the Object 279. I'm sure everyone heard about the Object 279 spam. Now, even though they just removed the Object 279, this BR is still good. And adding the T-55AM makes it a lot better. That's why I recommend this vehicle. I know I haven't recommended any plane, so here you go. I recommend the Wyvern. Freeman, a Wyvern? Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. It's a 4.3 plane you're gonna be using until 6.7 or even 7.0 for CAS for Britain. Since for some reason British don't get good CAS planes, where they can only drop 1 or 2 small bombs. Majority of planes will just drop 1 or 2 small bombs. Trust me on that. And while the Wyvern can carry 3 1,000-pound bombs, and it drops individually as well, giving you a unique ability of destroying 3 targets. Also, you get 20mm cannons with a lot of ammo. That's quite rare. And some rare rockets on top of that. The other unique thing about the Wyvern is its engine. It's a turboprop, just like the Sky Shark. Plus, it comes with air brakes at 4.3 BR. Also, I'm going to give a warning to you. If you plan to get this plane, you're actually going to have a hard time controlling this plane once you go low altitude. The moment you reach too close to the ground, the plane has either have a habit of going left or right, depending on the weight. So I do recommend you get used to it, or do a test drive of it before you get this. And also, since you have the air brakes, you have the whole gameplay style of this plane is to go drop bombs, you go back, land as fast as possible. You can land with full speed. The moment you turn your engine off and you activate the air brakes, you're gonna have a smooth landing. I can guarantee it. Oh, I know what you're gonna be asking. Is this a good dogfighter, Freeman? No. The Wyvern is not a good dogfighter. It's a strictly CAS plane. So yeah, that's all I want to say about this final pack. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys next time.